Welcome to the TGH Overwatch League recap. This weekend began with the Seoul Dynasty and the Florida Mayhem. The Mayhem have been looking good with performances like their recent victories against the Los Angeles Valiant and the San Francisco Shock. The Dynasty were coming off of a previous night loss to the Houston Outlaws. Both teams had much to prove, and their performances in Map 1 made this evident. While both teams were able to pull out map completion by grabbing 2 points apiece in their respective attack runs, the Dynasty were able to use their strong defense to their advantage and pull ahead in the following round. The second map of the match was yet another round of control on Nepal. Nepal has been seeing a pattern of one team performing with total dominance over the other, but these teams gave us a show with the Mayhem taking Shrine and the Dynasty taking Village and Sanctum, increasing their lead 2-0. Hollywood saw Florida going ham on their defensive strategy and denying Seoul even 2 full ticks on point A. Their attack run easily pushed past this marker and the score became 2-1. While Florida had been causing mayhem for the Dynasty throughout the map, it can't be denied that the Korean team are experts in finishing. Seoul took Route 66 3 points to 1 and avoided a map 5, taking the series 3-1. The next match of the night was between the Philadelphia Fusion and the Los Angeles Valiant. The Fusion have been propelling themselves towards potential Stage 1 victory, if not just a top 3 placing, and all eyes were on them to see if they could extend their high performance. Hanamura was the battleground for Map 1, and both teams clearly came to win, but Philadelphia was there to dominate and took Map 1 thanks to their defensive prowess. Control points are called control points for their gameplay mechanics, but as we've seen time and time again in the league, they can be called control for how teams can take control of the overall match with their performance during the control maps. The Valiant did just that with a decisive 2-0 victory, tying up the game and warning the Fusion that they weren't going down without a fight. Kings Row saw a strong performance from Philadelphia, with their attack run adding 3 points to their record. The Valiant were unable to take any points on their attack and put them behind by a map. Gibraltar was the last chance for the Valiant to try and fight to stay alive in the match, and fight they did. The West Coast team held strong during their East Coast opponent's attack run and managed to keep them to only 2 points, which made their following attack run all the easier. A map 5 was on the horizon. Both teams had been putting up formidable performances this match, but only one could go home with a win. Unfortunately for the Valiant, the Fusion's position at the top of the pack for this stage was reflected in their ultimate win on Ilios, taking home the win for Philadelphia 3-2. The last matchup of the night took place between the London Spitfire and the Shanghai Dragons. The Dragons have been struggling throughout Stage 2, as they had in Stage 1, with several players taking leaves of absence and new players only now filtering into America due to the visa process. The Stage 3 future of the team is unclear, but one can only hope the break between stages will boost them somehow. Map 1 took place on Hanamura, and from the get-go, London was set to not even allow 1 point to slip from their grasps. They took the map 2 points to 0. Lijiang Tower saw another unfortunate round for the Dragons. They were denied a single control point and lost the map by 2 points. The Spitfire now had a commanding lead and an opportunity to take the match with Map 3. Map 3 was an extension of the previous 2 maps, with London leaving Shanghai in the dust. It almost felt like a match in poor taste, with one of the top most performing teams laying waste to the worst, but who knows what Stage 3 will hold. With the match already in the bag, the Spitfire did not have too much to worry about with Gibraltar. The Dragons did manage to take a point on this match, demonstrating their uncanny ability to show some of the greatest performances in the final map after they had already lost. London swept Shanghai and furthered their Stage 2 performance. The final 3 matches and 2 playoff matches are coming, and therefore the end of Stage 2. Be sure to stick with us until the end and get ready for more coverage during Stage 3. You can find us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter. Those links are listed below. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button, and from our house to yours, keep it here at the Game House for all your sports and esports needs.